the dimension of the stupa. Kesariya stupa is unprecedented in size and form. With each season of excavation, there have been new additions to its dimensions. During his explorations, Cunningham calculated that the height of the structure from the base to the pinnacle might be 150 feet in its original form. By 1934, monument was declared to be 123 feet in height. State of Bihar experienced a massive earthquake in 1934, which reduced the height to 104 feet. After the discoveries of 2018-19, the height of the monument has been fixed at 106.7 feet. The stupa Borobudur in Java is 103 feet high. Kesariya stupa retains the glory of being the tallest stupa in the world. The circumference of the structure at the base is 1400 feet. The elevation of stupa is manifest in 7 concentric terraces in receding order from base to upwards. On the top of the structure, there is a cylindrical stupa made of bricks. The height of pinnacle stupa is 30.77 feet and diameter is 22 feet. The stupa is in ruined state, but brick casing is intact in some portions. The chronology of the stupa. The massive size and structure of stupa indicates that it has undergone several stages of construction and reconstruction. This has been a common practice followed by the royals to extend patronage to the already existing religious buildings to leave their own marks. Cunningham has suggested a broad time bracket that starts from AD 200 to 700 for major construction activities at the site, but he agrees that it was built upon the ruined mass of a much older and much larger stupa. It is generally believed that the foundation of the stupa was laid during the Mauryan period, and this may be one of the 84,000 stupas which Ashoka is said to have erected in different parts of the subcontinent. Ashoka's connection with the place is established by the find of land capital from the site. The first phase of major construction work is attributed to Shunga Kushana age. This is inferred from the prolific find of Shunga Kushana bricks from the site. The stupa underwent prominent structural changes during the late Gupta period. The stupa was expanded and multi-terraced, again modified, expanded to a circular hexagonal terraced form by 7th century AD. The greater Gupta contribution is attested not only by discovery of bricks but also by stylistic innovations and decorative patterns. The Kumbha type moulding of outer parts of cells, the lions placed in the niches all reflect Gupta influence. The Buddha images enshrined in cells are sculpted according to Gupta art idiom. The role of Pala patronage in further expansion and embellishment is emphasized, but recent discovery of Buddha head from the site reiterates that later Gupta must be credited for shaping the stupa and the images. The structure of stupa. Kesariya stupa is exceptional in design and unique in appearance. This impressive monument remains unparalleled in not only dimensions but also in composition and architecture, though some similarity in respect of different features have been established with other contemporary and latest stupas and Buddhist temples. Kesariya is a terraced stupa which is topped by a cylindrical mound or stupa. The base of the stupa with redan projections imparts it a polygonal shape. Before the excavation of 2018-19 season conducted by the Archaeological Survey of India, 5 terraces have been discovered, and it was reported that the structures were still 9 feet under the ground. It was expected that at least one more terrace was there beneath the ground. During the excavations of 2018-19 season, not one but 2 more terraces were cleared from the ground. Now it is a 7 terrace structure. The entire structure is cased with bricks laid in thin layers of mud mortar. The bricks from the site belong to 2 phases, Shunga Kushana age and later Gupta period. The size of Shankushana bricks is 36 into 21 into 6 centimeters, and of the late Gupta period is 32 into 16 into 5 centimeters. The bricks have geometrical designs, floral patterns and kirti mukhas which are integral part of the Gupta art. A general similarity with standard stupa architecture would be helpful in understanding the modifications and progression of style manifest in Kesariya stupa. A stupa is raised over a platform or plinth known as Vedi, and the circular or square wall around the stupa is known as Vedika. Around the drum part of the stupa, there is generally a circumambulatory path or pradakshina path. This is known as Medhi. And over the drum, the hemispherical dome is placed known as And. Dome is topped by square Harmika and Chhatravali. Kesariya stupa has a complex architectural plan. The standard anatomy of stupa is adhered to, but executed in strikingly different manner. Now we see the different components of the stupa separately. The base. The first paradigm shift is visible in base of stupa at Kesariya. The stupa has a cruciform foundation, unlike the hemispherical base common in early stupas. The square plan at the base is divided in 4 arms. The area between the arms is filled with star-like projections. The redan or arrow-like projections work as embankment to strengthen the bases. This gives a roughly polygonal shape to the structure. Kesariya type of cruciform base stupas have been classified as stepped cross stupas, which are characterized by the protrusions between their 4 arms and having notched corners. The Nandangarh and Kesariya stupas are classical examples of this type in gigantic proportions. The origin of cruciform pattern for base of stupa and situating Kesariya in the evolutionary history of such architecture is a point of discussion in scholarly circles. There are different opinions, mostly suggesting it to be a foreign innovation adopted in India. Japanese scholar Kuwayama is almost confirmed that the square podium is apparently not of Indian origin but of Western character. This is seen as Greco-Roman influence by John Marshall, while some other categorically term it as Gandhara innovation. An Afghan origin for cruciform base stupa is also emphatically claimed. Certainly, the cruciform base terrace stupa appeared in Afghanistan and adjoining Swat Valley, also in Gandhara region around 3rd to 5th centuries AD. Stupas of Bhamla, Harwan and Amlukdara are early examples from this region. But they are much different in morphology and in the idea of representation from Kesariya stupa. Austroasiatic influence is also proposed for square-based multi-terrace structures of India, but this view does not stand on firmer grounds as the examples cited for East Asia such as Paharpur Stupa, Wat Kukut or Sat Mahal Prasad are all dated later to Kesariya Stupa. The cruciform base for Kesariya and Nandargarh Stupa must have been an architectural requirement and were introduced for engineering purposes. The 4 arms of cruciform divide the weight of superstructure equally in 4 directions. The cruciform arms bridged by redans strengthen and stabilize the stupa base. The kind of base supports cylindrical medhi and dome, and the influence must have been drawn from local architectural traditions. The Panchayat and Gupta temples of Bhitargaon and Devgarh are built in similar style and chronologically they precede the final structure of Kesariya. Since the Gupta rulers seem to have patronized the monument, it is very likely that the same style would have been emulated in stupas. Cruciform base is also viewed as cosmic cross, the cosmic center of the universe denoting 4 cardinal directions. Apparently, there had been no theological meaning unless the Kesariya stupa is projected as a stup mandala with Vajrayan affiliations.